Hey, welcome back to the Life Coach Launchpad. My name's BJ, and I'm here every week talking to you about all the online business things that, as it turns out, need to happen in order to have a successful life coaching business. I'm a business coach. I love to help life coaches make more money, get more clients, have more fun, and to do what they love to do, what they're meant to do, and that's coaching. So, let's dive right in. This episode is about launching, about how to take an offer that you come up with in your head and will it into existence and let people know about it. That way they can buy it from you and you can help them. You can help them go through the transformation that they're looking for. This is not how to do a launch from beginning to end. That is definitely a full course and then some. This is the biggest takeaways that I've had from going through. I've probably done 15 to 20, maybe a little bit more launches, something like that. Every time something would go wrong, I would try to figure out what happened and how to make sure it didn't happen ever again. The way I was doing that was I was always building and adding to this checklist. Something would go wrong, I'd add it to the checklist to make sure it didn't happen next time. And let me just start out by saying that the biggest takeaway from every launch I've ever done, and something that I'm always working on improving, is that you want to get as much done before sending that first email. The first email that says, hey, I have this thing that you want. And I have a bad habit of not having everything together because I know how to do everything. I know how to do every part of it. But what ends up happening is that I'm building the airplane while are we falling? I don't know. But I'm building the airplane as we're going. There will be just so many things that come up that you don't have scheduled. I always have the spreadsheet that has, like, for each day, what needs to get done. But even though I'm tracking all of the tasks that need to happen, there's always something that pops up. Or, of course, there's going to be some unknown questions that come from potential clients, and that's part of the process. But the whole point of getting everything done ahead of time that you can is so that you can attend to your potential clients. Okay, now that you know and will definitely remember to have everything done before you send that first email, let me go point by point. So, in your offer emails, one thing that I've always talked about with my clients is that it can be as many as you want. You have something that will change their lives. It is worth sending them over and over emails that sound somewhat similar. Now, you want to spice it up. You want it to sound a little different. You want to be talking about all the features of your new offer. But at the end of the day, this is so important. They need to know it one way or another. And these emails, they can go out easily over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, depending on the size of your offer. It could be shorter, it could be longer, but this offer can help people. It is okay to spend some time on just this one offer. Okay, here is a theme that comes up almost every launch. It has to do with emailed questions that come into my life coach client. And she always gets this question, always, no matter how clear we are. Will the recording be available? So, in order to avoid getting tons of emails that ask this same question, make sure to put this in some or many of the emails that go out. You are also going to want to put it very clearly on the landing page. Whether this is a webinar, a boot camp, retreat, in-person event, no matter what it is, mention if there's a recording available or not. We've done it both ways. You could, if you do not have the recording, this probably really will boost attendance. But then obviously you won't have any of the replay views, which are people too. So it just kind of depends in each scenario which way you want to go, but you want to be very clear about how you're handling the recording. And I must say that I expect the landing page or this landing page or sales page to take a long time in terms of how long it takes to create. But really, the emails are a very time-consuming part as well. Not only is there the copywriting, but how are you going to get them sent? And get them sent to the people who are coming on your list as the launch is progressing. Some email marketing service tools handle this differently. For one client, I use Ontraport. In the past, I've used Aweber. I've used ConvertKit. And I've seen it handled differently where if you wanted to send it to your whole list, When you schedule an email to be sent on a certain day, it remembers who you are trying to send it to at that time. When new people come onto your list, they may or may not be added to that scheduled email. And that makes the launch much more challenging because you need to continuously be sending emails either every day or as people come in. You got to keep updating that list of who the email is being sent to. Okay, I'm going to move on to the landing page. Really, the only point that I have here, I mean, there's a lot that goes into a landing page and a sales page, and that's a total separate conversation. But the one thing that I have messed up on many times is making sure that it's clear if the recording is available or not. I already talked about that. I'm going to move on. The checkout page. Usually from the sales page or landing page, there's a button that takes you to a checkout page. There's other ways to handle it. You could check out on that page. However you do it, make sure that the redirect page is accurate. I have done a copy and paste so many times, and I don't see that it's a copy and paste error. So after somebody signs up or buys, what page are they redirected to? Does that redirect page have it's a good chance to have a reminder of all the details of the offer that they just either signed up for or bought. For multiple launches, I have forgotten to add the offer somewhere on my client's webpage. I've forgotten this multiple times. It's almost embarrassing, but at the same time, now you know that I know how to do this. That remember to add the offer to somewhere on your website. It could be on the homepage, offers, products, whatever it is. Work with me. Also, remember to add the offer to all or most of your social posts and your profiles. When someone sees anything about you, they should know that this offer is available. Okay, so the offer, whatever you're selling, it happened. The masterclass, webinar, event, or bootcamp, or coaching sessions, they happened. And then you're going to send out some follow-up emails. Guess what I'm going to mention? The recording. Is the recording easy to find? So you want to have it very early on in the first email that goes out after, and you're going to want to have it in probably 2 more emails after that, depending on how many you send. The first one needs to be very clear and upfront. The second can be more in the middle of the body or maybe as a PS. I have been bit just once or twice on old automations. Are there any old automations that could interfere with this launch? So if you have an automation that's triggered by a tag or it's triggered by a form, make sure that you're not copy and pasting the form, not copy and pasting the tag. This is all new. Your old automations are turned off. I've had someone check out and then they are emailed the details to an old program, and that is not a good look. That does not make it look like you know what's going on in your own program. Okay, and then when it's all over, what do you do to make sure that the next launch goes even better? There's just a couple points that I have. One is disable any redirects that are used for sales pages or landing pages. Sometimes you want to mention on a podcast or a YouTube video, hey, go to this link that is easy for me to say and easy for you to type in, and it'll go to the sales page or landing page. Turn that off or disable it, however you want to do it. Also, make sure that you're disabling any automations. These automations could trip you up in the future, or you want to make sure that people are not able to buy when the doors are closed. If you have multiple offers in this launch, like for example, if you have a free masterclass that you're then selling coaching, after that masterclass is over, you might have a redirect going to your coaching offer sales page. Turn that redirect off. Basically, anything that you set up during the launch, make sure it is put back to the way it was. A blank slate. You need to close the doors of the sales page. You can make it private so it's not accessible. Add something to the page saying the doors are closed. Some way you need to show that the doors are closed. And everything that I said already needs to be undone. Like your social profiles need to get the offer taken out and gone back to your evergreen content. On your website, the offer needs to not show that it's available when it's not. There's also some emails that you could send after the fact. One is, hey, I know I sent a lot of emails. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate you. Or another one is, hey, I know I sent a lot of emails. Thanks for being here, but could you tell me why didn't you want this offer? What would be more exciting for you? What do you need? What's stopping you? Okay, I'm going to stop myself right there because I could go on and on. There is so much that goes into a launch. These are really just the high level things that I've messed up on. It almost makes me sound like I don't know what I'm doing, but also the more you mess up, the more you learn. So now you know that I've learned a lot. If you need help with your next launch or your first launch, let me know. I can help. You can set up a free mini session at bjbutler.com. I can help you by writing emails, by creating this actual sales pages for you, by doing the project management, whatever you need. I've done it. My team has done it. I can make it so that you can just focus on your potential clients and getting the offer out there the way you want it. That's it for today. I'll talk to you next week.